consciously eating.
Another day, another video. There was quite some time where I think I haven't played a single game this week, or maybe I have on Monday or so. But yeah, I didn't play in a longer time. Pretty busy with Baldur's Gate at the moment, but it's fine. We still find time to cast some games, and I have even a Ghostcaster with me today, which will help casting this game. Hello, bScherm. Nice to have you joining me. And going into this game, I mean, first game will be on Grey Dust. That's the default map. What do you expect on Grey Dust? You have, I think, played a couple games now, and you know the map a bit. So tell me, what do you think is like the scheme or the usual thing on Grey Dust? What happens usually? Longer games, shorter games, cheese, no cheese, very safe openings, very aggressive openings.
Yeah. So there's a couple things to consider. One is who's the player. The other is the map. Grey Dust, in my general experience, either is two things. They either try to play super defensively and block the ramps and do some sort of defensive play, or they just play aggressive and take advantage of kind of these multi openings situation. I feel like that's generally the play, but it kind of feels risky to proxy when, like, you don't know if they block the ramp completely or not, or if they're completely open. So it's like maybe you put a lot of effort into proxying for that top ramp, but then they just have it blocked off completely, and then you're like, oh crap, I can't get in.
Yeah.
So in general, it just feels kind of chaotic as to what to predict. But usually being somewhat aggressive feels better than being defensive because there's just so many holes to plug that it feels like too many. So it feels easier to be the aggressor. And Glaba being on one of the ends of this, I'm not at all surprised that he's opening with a sort of, I mean, we can't call it a cheese. It's just a proxy 2-den, which is aggressive, but 2-den is kind of standard. So he's leaving the worker there, which I wonder what sort of glaba-ness he's going to apply with that.
I like that Joshers is trying my thing with the werewolf drops, but he's playing it in a very obvious way. So instead of like finding a nice proxy to hide it, he's just straight up building it in his own main. I think both openings are kind of cheesy, but I think I like the 2-den opening more because it's just giving him more, like the tower is placed in such a bad way that the wolves can just whittle down the castle, or he can just, like Glaba can just take the house. So this tower is not really in a place where it really like helps defending or anything. It just keeps the wolves from attacking the workers, but that's it. And I think, yeah, just with a better tower placement. Yeah, but it's only one tower, and this tower like considering the range of the tower, you cannot fit like a werewolf, then a house, a castle, and an advanced workshop into the range. So at least, I don't know, proxy the advanced workshop maybe, like build a little wall and I don't know, something like that. Because we see already, like Joshers is struggling. Two wolves are attacking the castle constantly, and with the increased the repair cost, with more and more time, Joshers will lose more and more money.
Yeah, this totally agree with you about the tower. It's not like he had to even urgently place it. It just feels like he was a little bit lazy about thinking about it. The workshop here from Glaba, I kind of, if I had to bet, I would have bet maybe Glaba would have gone like opened cheese, even more so than just a proxy 2-den. And this workshop, you know, I know there's like the Wolf Gat cheese that the proxy. This workshop feels not premeditated. It feels like, I can just freely build this next to you right in front of your face, and you can't do anything about it. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that the worker's here. So definitely interesting, and being supply blocked for Joshers is pretty terrible for such a tight build order that usually can't be interrupted.
I mean, Glaba is hanging on, but it looks like with the first Gatling out, I mean, with the airship, this werewolf is like pretty much yeah, you can't, like, if you are glaba, you cannot really fight the werewolf. And I think glaba now baiting the werewolf and the airship away with the Gatling gun, with the first one. That's a nice call, while he's killing the castle from Joshers. And Joshers repair is not enough. Like, you can't repair buildings with multiple workers, so this attack is like really smart from glaba. And there are 2 Gatling guns now, and I think it gets really tricky once we have like 5 Gatling guns there. The werewolf is cute, but yeah, there's no supply. So maybe, like, I don't know, invest in a second tower or something. Not sure what Josh's idea is here, because he has really only 1 unit, and that's the werewolf. And the werewolf is not like killing the first Gatling gun now, but the castle's gonna go down. I think this game is over, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he didn't pull workers, because, like, to lose the castle feels so important that it's like you just gotta pull the workers, even if it's suboptimal. Like, you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
And in general, I was really looking forward to seeing this game, but it feels like that tower placement has caused so much problem. Like, he just got a castle for just basically free.
Now he cancels the second werewolf and gets a castle, a new one. You know, just thinking about it, this map is great for this tactic, but you gotta build like the den and the workshop and the tower, or at least the den or the workshop, anything plus the tower. You want to build that at the ramp. I think that's the call here, like the ramp out into the open, where the wolves would have come from, and then you can block the other way if you want to, or you just leave it open. I think it doesn't really matter because you have the workers, and you can always get a second tower at the mineral line. I think, I don't know, blocking at least one way would have been a nice idea, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree. Like, if you have both sides, I feel like you need a tower on each side.
Yeah.
And then it's 2 towers, right? Whereas if Joshers was just a little bit more careful with, like, I'm sure we could pull up in the editor and make this configuration work with all of the buildings protected.
Yeah.
There aren't that many.
Yeah, maybe the advanced workshop would not, like, you always would find like an angle with the wolves where you can just put the wolves and then whittle or deal some damage to a building. Yeah, okay, now the castle is up, but I think Joshers is already at 6 workers only, and what glaba is doing at the moment is just trading workers for wolves, and I think that's the right call, because with the amount of wolves he has and the wolves which are trickling in as well, he can just trade now. Like, he can just afford to lose the wolves, as long as he kills all the workers. And this tower and this werewolf are nice damage dealers and everything, but glaba doesn't care about losing wolves. So glaba still like so far behind. I don't think there's any way back into this game, but let's see what he can do. So far, he's really putting in the work with the airship and the werewolf. But yeah, the workers, like, slowly but surely, the workers will die. I guess another one goes down soon.
Yeah, totally agree with your take on this of trading out workers for stuff. It's going to be really hard to. It's really hard to stop this flood of wolves just coming in and doing what they want.
Yeah, and now he's trading the Gatling guns, so I don't know. 4 workers now for glaba. No mining at all. Now he starts using his airship to pick up the workers which are damaged. Smart move. Still only 4 workers though.
Hey, having bad tower placement is always a good learning lesson. Like, whenever I play anyone good and I am just a little bit autopilot with building my tower, you know, like, oh, I need a tower here, and then I'm a little bit not paying attention. Against the good people, it always gets punished.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have those extra buildings and these get taken out. So it's a good learning experience, good cautionary tale for new people who.
And it's easy to fix. Like, it's an issue you can fix easily, because you just, like, next time you build a tower, you think about the position of the tower, and then all is good. Okay, up to 6 towers now for glaba, and I think I saw that the airship was flying over. Where's the airship? Okay, it arrives at the base from glaba, but glaba already has like a tower on his own, and a ballista is out. 2 Gatling guns are also waiting for the werewolf, so yeah, Josh is here. Absolutely no chance. The wolves take out 1 worker after the other. We are at 5 workers again, and I suspect there will be 4 workers, another worker down, and the 3rd worker dies, so we have only... Okay, now he's building another one, so we will have 5 soon, but yeah, now we are 3 workers, and there will be another worker dying. Or will he? Will he? Yeah, now 1 worker dies, and yeah, now we have 2 workers for Joshers, and I don't know. When would you already have left the game if you are Joshers, or would you try to play on as he's doing?
I think that we've been bagging on I've been bagging on Josh for that tower placement because we expect more out of someone of Josh's level. But something I am impressed with Josh's by is what you just said, which is his willingness to stay and fight it out. Other lesser players, maybe like myself, would have left kind of out of a tilt of it, of frustration with myself. But I think he's taking one for the team. He's like, I'm going to play it out as best I can. Glaba might be kind of rusty. I bet I can pull one out here, and it would be an awesome comeback.
If you take a look at the units lost tab, you see that 28 wolves, 4 Gatling guns, and 1 worker already died for glaba. And Joshers only lost 14 workers. But you have to keep in mind there are only workers besides from this werewolf. So yeah, I mean Joshers is killing a lot. Don't get me wrong. But just income-wise, he's like what, 2,000 gold, or I don't know, close to 2,000 gold, 1,000 gold, something like that ahead. Behind, sorry. So yeah, there's not really something he can really do. I mean, he's at 4 workers at the moment, and he's still just producing workers. Now he gets a ballista to counter the ballista and the airship from glaba. I think if glaba just goes the route of normal sane people and not trying to sledgehammer his way into Joshua's base here, and he just gets a second base as he's doing it now, I think Joshua's might be able to fly over with 2 werewolves in time, but glaba will be super good prepared, having like 3 towers or 2 towers or something, and is just dealing with the werewolves while generating more income and just straight up winning this game off of his like superior mechanics. But I guess like maybe Joshua's feels more scary for a glaba, and since glaba wasn't really actively playing the game for quite a while, maybe he thinks like that his mechanics are not superior anymore, especially in a longer game maybe, where he's facing like werewolf drops. So that maybe that's his thinking, why he's like, okay, that's not working, I can punish that, and then he's just doing it. But yeah, okay, now the ballista for glaba might die here, or no, it's not. Not yet, at least. Okay, another smash. Good. 7 workers for Joshers at the moment, but he's not building any workers, and there is a worker hiding behind his tower. Now he's pulling it. I think he should have kept it there. And yeah, glaba's ballista is... No, it's not. I thought it's shooting, but it's not shooting. But yeah, the ballista from Joshers is dying now. Little micro battle over here, but yeah, the first dragon lair is in production. We have both castles saturated, both gold mines for glaba. He's working on the second one. Yeah, I don't know. Slowly but surely, the werewolf will die, and I think like if the werewolf dies, this game is finally over, and even Joshers will accept that. But let's see.
Even Joshers will accept it. Yeah. I think out of anything, this is really good practice for just that werewolf drop attack micro, which I don't really do often. Some people are pretty good at it, and it's pretty frustrating to fight their werewolves. Like I know Destroy Call is really good at it. It looks like Joshers is at least getting some practice in here for that.
Yeah. I don't know. Glaba could just A-move here with the Gatling guns instead of trying to run away from the airship and the werewolf, because he can't run away. So just A-move, and he can never drop because your Gatling guns will immediately attack. But with 2 base, I mean,
Yeah,
glaba has nothing
I
to
think
worry about.
I think Glaba's play here is he's just kind of lazily buying time for those dragons to come out at his home base. You know, he's got so much money flowing in. He's got friggin' towers at his home base, even
Yeah,
though he hasn't been counterattacked at all the whole game.
yeah,
He's living luxury over here.
yeah,
He's even gonna get, even though there's only one airship, he's gonna get black powder for his ballista.
yeah.
He's got money coming out of his ears like a trust fund baby right now.
Yeah, indeed. It
He
looks like,
might spell out his name somewhere on the map with houses at this
yeah,
point. He's got
maybe
so much
that's,
extra money.
yeah, that's maybe the long-term objective. Okay, what do we have here? Like 11 workers, 10 workers? What is this? Yeah, 10 workers for Joshers now, 20 for glaba. Let's see. Okay, finally this workshop dies. Alright. So, first dragon is out. Second one is coming. We have ballista with upgrade queued, as you already pointed out. Another ballista in a bearship waiting. 2 gets and 2 wolves are left over. Okay, and Joshers is actually flying over with the airship, a ballista, a werewolf, and a worker in it. So let's see what that is about. Okay, he drops the worker, so I guess he wants to set up a ninja base in the middle. Alright. It's set up in a way that you cannot mine from both, so you have to actually place 2 castles to have effective mining. Okay, 2 dragons are already waiting for the airship, the ballista. Oh, and a 3rd base as well. Okay, I think, yeah, there's no way that glaba is not killing this airship, the ballista, and the werewolf. 2 dragons already. Yeah, look at the slow on the airship. There's no way in hell. And now 2 ballista even coming and shooting down. Yeah. And now the ballista dies, and then the werewolf dies, and then I guess Joshers will tab out. Well, maybe not. He has the ninja base.
Joshers has the no quit mentality. We can see he's gonna fight to the last house in the corner in this game, I think.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, try to smash, but didn't work. Or didn't go through. And now glaba's actually mined out, so he's still mining from 2 bases. While we have still like over 1000 gold in Josh's main. That's usually not a good sign here. We have an airship and a ballista being produced by Joshers, so he's kind of given up on...
Honestly, I feel like Glove is kind of wasting time here on this castle. Like, sure, there's a castle there, but like, I don't know. Like, there's nothing defending it. If I were Glava and I had these dragons, I would go into the main base, spend up most of my dragon's health attacking workers, right? Because that's the only thing keeping Joshua alive. And then when they're in the red, you pull them back, and then you can attack the castle, which is not really a threat. So I think Glab was kind of delaying this game a little bit unnecessarily.
Yeah, maybe he's over cautious. Like, just making sure that there's nothing catching him off guard or something. Not sure why he's...
Yeah, he's doing a good job scouting all the bases with his wolves. He's...
I mean, it's the right call, right? So
I mean, maybe he's just assuming that Joshers is he's as rational as the rest of us mere mortals, where he's like, dude, why haven't you just left the game? Like, why are you still in here? I've killed your castle. I have 5 dragons.
You have 1 tower and 1 ballista.
Yeah.
I'm at 1725 right now. I think you're slightly ahead of me.
I just hit 18.
Okay. 35 now. Should be good, right?
I'm at 1806. I'll pause.
Alright. So you are on 18 actually, like 18 minutes.
I'm at 1809 right now. So let me know when you hit it.
Wow. That's like 30 seconds ahead of me. Interesting. Okay, the castle goes down, and now the dragons fly in. And yeah, I mean, There's the airship coming home now with the ballista in it, but there's only one tower. Okay, one ballista pops out. I'm at 18.8, 18.9, 18.10.
All right.
Yeah, now I guess the ballista dies, and the second ballista is coming, but yeah, the airship kind of begs for being killed, and yeah, gets the wish granted. And yeah, the base is down. Joshers is on one base. Glaba is telling him, mate.
Oh man.
Oh god, this game is over. Okay.
I mean, it's true, but Glaba could have been a little more aggressive. Like he's being overly cautious still. I mean, he could have.
Maybe he wanted to be nice, you know.
Ended it.
Maybe he wanted to just be a nice person and give him the grace to tap out himself.
That's a good point.
All right, first game concluded. All right, Ravaged, the most played map ever. What do you expect now? Will there be a change in tactics? Will Joshers play like a normal opening? Will Glaba play like a 2 then again? Because, I mean, it worked in the first game, right?
Yeah. I mean, if someone's willing to take a bet, I got $50 that says Glava's going to do another cheese. He knows how strong they are. He doesn't play very often, and it is pretty strong if you know how to execute it well. And so I think Glaba kind of takes the least amount of effort for most amount of outcome approach. You know, so I would bet he's going to do another cheese of some sort, but it looks like I'm being somewhat maybe proved wrong by his standard house placement. So actually, I would lose that $50 to whoever took me up on that bet. We'll see though.
The thing is, Glaba is playing a lot like me. Like sometimes I think about the players, and I think Glaba is kind of similar to me. Like he has some great cheeses. He has the micro, and he tends to favor like these shorter games where it's about aggression, and yeah, and you can actually like benefit from that, because when people like know you are a cheeser and always suspect some cheese from you and proxies and whatnot, you can actually abuse that by just doing economy openings. And I think Glaba is just doing that. So he will play, I guess he will play the basic 2-den opening with the fast castle. I mean, he put down the house, so he has the castle a bit delayed, but therefore he can just produce workers or continue produce workers. So, and we see that it's actually a raider opening. So Joshua is behind a bit in mining until he takes an earlier third base, or in general like a quick third is I think the name, and then he can like catch up over time. But in general, like Glaba is already favored in my books, as long as he's not losing like 2 workers, I think it is. To a raider, then he's good and slightly ahead. So the opening is great already. Everything is perfectly executed. Glaba really doing a good job here with neat timings on the buildings and everything. Really like it. Really clean opening so far. So let's see how he handles the first raider coming in now.
Yeah, I will say, as rusty as Glaba is, his timing of everything to build is really on point. Like even his second den, like the workers fit up there perfectly to make it. Like his timings are great. He maybe could have been a little bit more greedy with his 2-den. Like he built everything on 10 rather than a little bit greedier 11 or 12. So maybe not as much advantage of that sort of cheese image. But I think it's going to come down to his wolf and worker mineral lock micro here. How is Josh's Raider micro in general these days? Do you think it's good enough to kind of take advantage of Glaba, bully him around a bit?
Yeah. I mean, the wolves are already pretty damn hurt, so there's only 1 green wolf left. Maybe he can. Ooh, but the surrounds, man. Second time he's surrounding the raiders are coming into his worker line here. So really good job by Glaba. abusing this worker line gate kind of mechanic. Second is up for Joshers, and Joshers is getting a second Rex, so no quick third, but instead he's going for an all-in, I would suspect. And third Raider is here. So far we have only lost wolves, right? And only one so far, so that's good. Might be too soon. Yeah, but glaba here really like having a nice micro and stuff. Slightly supply blocked now, so the house timing is not perfect, but I mean, that's normal, right? If you have like this radar pressure with this build, I always mess up the second house timing. Always. Okay, nice round again on the like glaba is doing a good job here with the wolves, forcing the flashes out of the raiders. So far, I really like what glaba is doing here with the beast units.
I'm a little concerned with Josh's getting a second Rax. I mean, because usually the correct play is even against a 2-den, which is considered more initially aggressive versus the Rax player than a fast expand 2-den. It's usually considered correct to get a third off of one Rax. And so off of a fast expand 2-den, it kind of implies that you have even more leeway to get a third before you need a Rax.
Ooh, and even
so I think you're right. Josh's is okay. Well, then yeah, this is definitely a 2-base sort of timing thing then for sure.
I guess there will be a church soon, and then he tries to just bring this thing home quickly. The thing is, now I'm concerned because glaba is taking a third base while knowing that there is no third coming for Joshers, and I'm not too sure about it, but I think that glaba didn't really play like a lot of games with the new balance patch, and yeah, beast will definitely fall off anyways. But with priest in there, like there's really no way to fight the Dynasty Church. So there's really no way for the beast units to fight the army. Like even when you have like 50 supply more, your army is gonna be shredded to pieces if you are the beast player. And even with the 3 more dens now, like it doesn't really change much. So I hope there will be, I don't know, dragons or I don't know, catapults like Cafe is doing something to yeah, just bolt stuff.
What do you think about Josh's moving out with his soldiers as well before he has the priests?
I love it because he knows that the wolves are so shit versus the soldiers. And I mean, look at glaba. He's now sending back all his units. They were on the wrong side of the map, and with the raiders, like you have the soldiers as bait, and you can kill the wolves off one by one after the other, when you micro your raiders correctly. So let's see if it works.
I don't know. I mean, he was going. I don't know if I agree with that. He was going down to the third to harass it and to put pressure and to pull the wolves back, right? I feel like he could have done that with just 3 wolves, and he could have just built up more soldiers at home and been totally fine and just had a bigger charge up. I don't know. Like whenever I move out against wolf as Rax, I'm always kind of concerned that I'm just going to get swarmed around. Did he lost 4 soldiers from that could have been there for the priest push, and he only killed.
Yeah, and he's getting a third. Maybe it was just a distraction to get a third up.
Yeah. I mean, he is putting a lot into this sort of 2-base thing, which, I don't know. I feel like he could have done most of what he wanted with just the 3 raiders and just charged up a bit more for his 2-base aggression. But,
I mean, it's only raiders, so it doesn't really, isn't a lot. And with the raider amount and with the soldier amount he has at home now, the wolves from glaba cannot... Ooh, nice round here. The wolves cannot really do anything.
For sure not now, yeah.
First priest out now, so yeah, third base up, even getting a tower there. So Joshers is pretty set now. There's no way that glaba can do anything against it. Like at this timing, you need like werewolf drops or dragons to really put the pressure on the Rex player anymore, and we see it. Like Joshers can just move out. First priest is there, like the second one is coming or not. No, it's not coming. Yeah, but another Rex is coming. Now he adds some archers and he's just moving over. And I don't see how glaba can really defend this. Like the snake charmer is there, but the first 5 snakes coming out only now. And I mean, there's a tower. Okay, there's a bird. Not sure why there's a bird. Maybe he misclicked. And yeah, now we have to fight here. And I don't see how glaba can win this at all. Like he's barely 10 supply ahead. Yeah, there's one ward and nothing is dying for a splash here. The archers, snakes, the raiders, killing them. Like,
what's your time at? I'm at 10.
It's over. This game is over right now.
I'm at 9:12. What are you at, Consus?
I'm 9 minutes. 9-2, 9-3, 9-4, 9-5.
Let me know when you get to 9:15.
Yeah. I mean, this game is, my books is 9-12, 9-30, 9-40, 9-50.
Okay.
So the raiders are saved, and there's nothing able to deal with. Yeah, I mean, like Joshers is already in supply lead. I mean, glaba is doing something out of desperation, I think, with the 4th base. But instead of a 4th base, he should get like workshops. Like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think
hit.
I think glaba getting those two towers of his natural and his main really also put him behind even more because like Josh isn't trying to do any drops or stuff. He's just like got this big main death ball of bio. And
now he gets to 6 Rex, and then like with priest and 6 Rex it's like over. Invisibility now, great. I mean, Joshua has everything doing right, don't get me wrong. He's not like playing a perfect game, he's just playing the most basic standard Rex thing you can play at the moment. And he's playing it correctly. The thing is that I'm like, glaba is just donating the game to Joshua's by not, I don't know, adapting to the patch, I would say, like the balance we have at the moment. And by not adapting, he's losing this game, I think.
Yeah, I think he probably should have stuck with the cheese approach if he decided not to put any time in checking out the balance patch, since it did make such a big difference in how you approach wolf snake versus soldier archer.
Yeah, it's simply not working anymore, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's denying Joshua's 4th again with the wolf, but I'm not like this push out now, this move out. Like there's 100 supply versus 100 supply. This fight, like the beast player cannot win this fight. Like there's no even with the surround now, there would be no way that glaba is somehow winning this fight and respectively this game.
I love that healing ward. He threw it down, and he's like, "I'm gonna be pushing you back, and I'm gonna walk right into that." Just so you know, glaba. It was a nice assertive healing ward.
Yeah, I'm at 11,
the healing ward can never be assertive.
I'm at 11, 23, 24, 25 now.
11:34.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's like 10 seconds. But yeah, the ward's coming down, and there's just nothing dying for Joshers. Like the priests aren't even in a good position, right? So they are kind of like in the middle of it. They just don't die. Those archers do so much damage. They just focus down. Okay, first priest might die. Ward down. But yeah, the priest is not dying. 30 supply and yeah, 50 supply now. Getting out to help again. Yeah. Castle just getting killed. Nice revenge from last game, where glaba was killing the castle from Joshers, and now he's returning the favor. But yeah, I mean, the supply is only going up for Joshers. Nothing is dying for him. There's no burst damage, like no mages, nothing. And actually, look at this. Like one of glaba's workers is being invisibly. Why is that? Was a misclick, I guess, from Joshers.
Must have been. Yeah.
I would say
I've
an
accidentally,
overbuild
I didn't,
tower.
I've accidentally cast invisibility. Apparently, you can do it on a building. I
Yeah,
accidentally clicked
it's
on my house.
insane. Yeah. Like, invisible tower rush is the next thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the fourth base is getting shut down, and I think glaba will tap out a bit earlier than Joshers. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay, so second game.
It would be okay. Good on that. GG. I was gonna say, Joshers in this game could have just at that point said, "Bruh, the game's over." Why haven't you left?
Alright, here we go. Game 3, glaba, Joshers09 on Sylvencharm. So Sylvencharm is a map which, like, a bit similar to Grey Dust, where you either play super echo oriented with a fast castle opening, or you go for a very heavy cheese opening to just abuse that fight. Or you just play the standard thing, but I think most people don't really play Rex until it's like a tournament game or whatever. But if something is on the line and it's important, glaba tends to play something which throws you off guard and wins him the game by you playing standard. It looks like Joshers is playing a standard opening here, and with glaba doing the 8th house, I can suspect, and the worker here is going far outside, I suspect the 8th house with a proxy workshop, and just like, since it's glaba's cheese, I suspect him to play just that. And not sure if Joshers was told about it, if he even knows about it, and that it's actually glaba's cheese idea, and that it's actually his invention, which he used to take down AC, and later I think even Garritos in ProLeague Season 3 used it to win a map versus Guinness, or was it
Oh,
AC2?
this
Yeah.
Den workshop is Glaba's invention?
Yeah, he made that cheese popular by playing it in ProLeague to win a map versus AC.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great opening, and with Raiders you really have to really make sure that you kind of kill wolves early. But if you can't get like good like two, when you kill the first 2 wolves before there are like 2 or 3 Gatling guns, you're good. You can hold it. But if that's not the case, and the beast, like glaba in this case, knows what he's doing, and I suspect he knows what he's doing because it's his tactic, he will really struggle. Like, Joshers will really have a hard time with this. And the first raider is being produced. First wolf is also already running over. Second house is finished in time, so there's nothing preventing glaba from constantly producing Gatling guns and wolves now. And let's see what the micro does. We see an archer is queued, not a second raider, which might already be problematic in the long run.
Aside from the raider player needing to get a couple of wolf kills before the Gats show up, like, is there anything else that he can do by the time he discovers there's a proxy workshop? Like what's his best case scenario here besides somewhat luckily getting wolf kills? Because I find it hard to depend on getting wolf kills, because when you got people that just run their wolves away, like, you can't really get much damage on it.
Yeah, it's like a really deadly, really strong cheese, designed to really like the best aggressive counter to raiders in general. So I think at this point the game is already over. Like by putting down the natural, like what Joshers right now needs to do: cancel this castle, get a tower, get a second Rex, and then go for, I don't know, a lot of archers and raiders, or just 2 Rex raiders. But at this point, I think this game is already over.
Well, he does part of your advice. He canceled the castle, and he's throwing down 2 extra dens.
Yeah, but the dens won't help.
Nope.
Like, the Gatling guns deal too much damage, and yeah, there are wolves from glaba himself, so there's no way you can outproduce. There will be too many wolves before your dens actually start doing something.
Josh's raider at glaba's home base was doing its best. I think multitasking. Josh's was taxed a bit. He lost the raider, which, there's always that risk.
Yeah. And even
that may have been his saving.
because
It
he
may
saw
have
the
been
blink.
his saving grace was to distract Lava, but that requires a level of APM that
Oh yes,
is difficult here.
the multitasking is so heavy. And yeah, Josh is just losing Archer after Archer. There will be another Archer coming out, but I suspect it's not gonna survive the tour to the workers. And yeah, now we have Wolves versus Wolfgat, and there will be no chance for Wolves versus Wolfgat. I think if you pull all the workers, go down there, kill the worker, kill the units, or at least like bully them away, and like keep the tower from going up. Maybe there is something you can do, but really it's like really heavy to hold this with the Raider.
What do you think about Josh's decision to make archers instead of more raiders?
Bad decision. Like first and foremost, you need the raiders, and you need a lot of raiders. Like you just need like 2 raiders being produced at each time. 2 Rex would like be helpful because they 3-shot the Gatling guns. There are no workers to repair the Gatling guns, and yeah, wolves as well. Like are pretty shitty versus raiders. So either you need like 2 Rex raiders, or yeah, just more defensive, like a tower, 2 towers, I don't know. But archers are like super bad. Like you need a lot of archers, like 5 or 6 to make like a hold here. And yeah, now the tower goes even up.
That tower going up is super bad. I think Josh should have committed a bit harder with his workers to just not let that go up, because that's such a strong foothold there.
Yeah, looks dire.
Now there's no way. Oh my god, the town or the house, the BM house.
Yeah, you are ahead of me. I don't see the house. Yeah, now I see the house. Okay, so he's pulling the workers, and then well, it's a nice house. It's not BM. It's like supposed to block the units from surrounding the Gatling guns. But yeah, now we have 4 Gatling guns, and the damage is insane. Yeah, the damage from Gatling guns is just too high. They whittle down towers even. Yeah, Gatling guns are just so nice.
Good game.
Yeah. GG. Nice idea. Nice effort here. From Joshers, but he just got streamrolled because he doesn't know how to deal with it. And it's indeed like it's really tricky and really hard to deal with it. And also like this addition of towers being built by glaba, additionally like just more threat, makes it really hard to do the right decision or make the right decisions in game when you are Joshers. Yeah, great series so far. Glaba definitely delivered. Very entertaining. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.